You know what's strange? Some people are called too sensitive for noticing everything. They are called overthinkers for reading between the lines. They are called distant because they do not trust easily. But what if some of those traits are not weaknesses at all? What if they are signs of a mind that had to become sharp before it ever had the chance to feel safe? There is a quiet kind of intelligence that does not show up in grades, titles, or achievements. It shows up in how quickly someone senses emotional shifts, how deeply they understand pain, and how accurately they read what people are not saying. Some people call this traumatic intelligence. Not because trauma is good, and not because pain should ever be romanticized, but because the human brain is adaptive. When someone grows up around unpredictability, criticism, conflict, emotional neglect, or fear, the mind often learns to survive by becoming more observant, careful, and emotionally precise. So here are 10 signs you may have traumatic intelligence without realizing it. The first sign is that you notice emotional changes before anyone else does. You can walk into a room and instantly feel that something is off. Nobody has said anything yet, but you notice the silence, the forced smile, the shift in tone, or the tension in someone's body. To others, this may look like intuition, but for you, it may be pattern recognition. Your brain learned to collect emotional information quickly because at some point, knowing someone's mood helped you stay safe. The second sign is that you are good at predicting people's reactions. Before someone responds, you already have a sense of what they might say. Before a conflict happens, you can feel it building. Before someone pulls away, you may sense the distance before they admit anything has changed. When life feels unpredictable for long enough, the brain starts searching for patterns everywhere. It tries to predict what will happen next so it can prepare. Over time, that survival habit can become a powerful form of social intelligence. You begin to understand emotional cause and effect faster than most people around you. The third sign is that you stay calm in chaos, but struggle to relax in peace. When there is an emergency, you may become focused and practical. While others panic, you start solving problems. You organize the situation, think ahead, and do what needs to be done. But when everything is finally quiet, your body may not know how to rest. Calm can feel unfamiliar. Peace can feel suspicious. A quiet room can make your mind search for what might go wrong next. People may praise you for being strong or composed, but they may not realize your calmness was built in situations where falling apart was not an option. The fourth sign is that you understand people's pain without them explaining it. You can recognize sadness behind anger, insecurity behind arrogance, and loneliness behind someone's jokes. You do not just listen to words, you listen to what is underneath them. This emotional depth often comes from knowing pain personally. When you have been misunderstood, ignored, criticized, or forced to hide your feelings, you become more aware of the feelings other people hide too. You may notice when someone says, "I'm fine," but clearly is not. You may know when someone needs gentleness, even if they are acting strong. The fifth sign is that you overexplain because you fear being misunderstood. You may give too much context. You explain your intentions, your tone, your reasons, and sometimes even your emotions in detail. Not because you want to talk too much, but because being misunderstood may have once felt dangerous. Maybe your words were twisted. Maybe your silence was judged. Maybe your feelings were dismissed or used against you. So your brain tries to prevent conflict before it starts. It says, "Make it clear. Explain it better. Don't let them get the wrong idea." What others call over-explaining may actually be your nervous system trying to protect you from being misread again. The sixth sign is that you are deeply independent, even when you wish you did not have to be. You figure things out alone. You do not like asking for help unless you absolutely have to. You may carry heavy things quietly because needing support feels uncomfortable. From the outside, this may look like confidence, but inside, it may come from disappointment. Maybe support was inconsistent. Maybe people only helped when it was convenient. Maybe needing help made you feel like a burden. So you became your own backup plan. You became reliable because life taught you not to rely too easily. The seventh sign is that you sense hidden tension in relationships. You notice when two people are upset, even if they act polite. You notice when words do not match body language. You notice when affection starts becoming obligation, when kindness feels forced, or when silence becomes punishment. This makes you perceptive, but it can also make relationships exhausting. While others are enjoying the moment, your brain may be scanning every emotional signal in the room. You may feel responsible for fixing a mood that nobody has admitted exists. Traumatic intelligence can make you emotionally accurate, but also emotionally overloaded. The eighth sign is that you have a strong sense of justice. Unfairness does not just bother you intellectually, you feel it deeply. When someone is manipulated, dismissed, blamed, or treated cruelly, something in you reacts. This often happens because people who have experienced pain become sensitive to power imbalance. They know what it feels like when someone louder, stronger, or more powerful controls the story. So when you see injustice, you feel a strong pull to protect, defend, or speak the truth. Your pain may have made you more aware of the pain other people are forced to carry silently. The ninth sign is that you are careful with trust, but deeply loyal once it is earned. You do not open up to everyone. You watch people's consistency more than their words. You notice how they act when they are angry, stressed, disappointed, or inconvenienced. Some may call this coldness, but it is discernment. Your mind learned that not every friendly face is safe, not every apology means change, and not every promise means reliability. So you do not trust quickly, you trust carefully. But when someone proves they are safe, honest, and consistent, your loyalty runs deep. Because for you, trust is not just a feeling, it is evidence built over time. The 10th sign is that you turn pain into insight. You do not just go through painful experiences, you study them. You try to understand what they taught you, what patterns they revealed, and who you want to become because of them. You may think deeply about why people hurt others, why families repeat patterns, why love can feel unsafe, or why some people never apologize. These questions are not random. They come from a mind trying to turn confusion into meaning. And that is what makes traumatic intelligence so powerful. It is not loud. It may not make you the most confident person in the room, but it gives you the ability to see beneath the surface. You understand that silence can have history. Reactions can have roots. Strength does not always look like fearlessness. Sometimes strength looks like someone who was hurt, but still chose kindness. Someone who was disappointed, but still chose depth. Someone who became careful, but never let their heart become completely closed. But here is the part that matters most. Traumatic intelligence does not mean what happened to you was okay. It does not mean you should be grateful for pain. And it does not mean you have to keep living in survival mode forever. It means your mind adapted. Your nervous system worked hard to protect you. The traits you once judged in yourself may have started as survival skills. Your sensitivity may be awareness. Your overthinking may be pattern recognition. Your independence may be learned resourcefulness. Your guarded heart may be a careful search for real safety. But survival is not the final destination. Maybe the goal is to honor the intelligence that helped you survive, while slowly teaching your body that it is allowed to rest, trust, and receive. Because you are not broken for noticing everything. You are someone whose mind learned to listen closely to the world. And now, the next chapter is learning that you do not always have to be on alert to be safe.